Welcome back to the Sweet Spot. You're listening to Dr. Sweet here. It's Trust Yourself Thursday. And as you know, this week we've been leaning into change, the power of change, being able to embrace change and use it as a weapon in the fight for our own success. So today on Trust Yourself Thursday, we're leaning into the unknown and finding strength in this belief that we have everything inside of us to navigate whatever changes or transitions we may find ourselves going through today. So I'd like to start with a quote from Martin Luther King. A beautiful quote. A quote that just speaks directly to change. And the quote is simply that faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Great quote for change. You may say to yourself, well, I don't see what that has to do with change. But actually, it has everything to do with change, because taking a step when you're not able to see what the next step will do or where it will lead is the essence of change. Change can come upon us so quickly in life. Things happen. You're walking through the world and things happen. Suddenly you're lost and you're wondering, what happened here, right? So Martin Luther King's quote actually is helpful. It's about our faith, believing in something that we can't see or we don't know, and taking the step anyway, trusting in ourselves. As I think through this, I recall a friend of mine who really got fed up with her job here in the US and wanted to move overseas and start a new life. I distinctly remember asking her what her plan is, and she said to me, I don't really know. I just want to have a change of scenery. I have some money saved up and I'll go to Portugal and I'm going to figure it out. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that doesn't sound like a great plan to me because I'm so super logical about everything. But to make a long story short, she went there, and 5 years later when I visited Portugal, guess who was my tour guide? She had her own tour company and we used her. And she was happy and enjoying her life. She had figured it out, running a business that she may never have started had she not taken that leap, had she not taken that first step without being able to see the whole staircase. And that's what I'm talking about today. The idea that change asks us to do one big thing: trust. Trust not in the situation, but in ourselves. You see, sometimes what happens with change is that it broadsides us, or it's so big that we figure it's overwhelming, and it can be. But if we trust in ourselves, in the thing that's within us, that which is in you is greater than what's in the world, you become more capable than you even imagine when you embrace the change. You become more capable than you're giving yourself even credit for. As Kendrick Lamar put it, if I'm going to tell a real story, I'm going to start with my name. And that's the thing about change. Change is going to challenge you to know yourself, have an identity as an overcomer and a conqueror. That has to be in there. And you must access it in order to be able to navigate change. Change will refine you. It will sharpen your edges and reveal your strength. Strength you may not even know you had. Think about it. How many times have you had a change or something hit you and you had to respond, and somehow, some way, you figured it out? Maybe you prayed your way through it. You believed your way through it. Maybe you were just super determined about it. You didn't back down, or you just figured out a way to adapt. Maybe you even just outlasted what was in front of you using patience. I don't know. But guess what? This is Trust Yourself Thursday. So guess what happened? You trusted in a process. You trusted in something that allowed the best version of you to surface. And that's what change and trust, when they come together, will do for you. So today, I'm asking you, what leap do you need to take but you haven't been doing? Where do you need to take a leap of faith? Where do you need to trust yourself enough to take the first step without needing to have every single thing in front of you revealed, without having to see the whole staircase? Remember, to climb, you only need to put one foot in front of the other. This is Dr. Sweet. Thank you so much for listening today on the power of change when combining it with trust. Now, Maya Angelou said it this way: if you don't like something, change it. And if you can't change it, then change your attitude. There's always something you can do. And when we change the way we look at things, the things we look at change. Okay, my friend, it's Trust Yourself Thursday. I'm trusting you to make a small change, to take a step, and I'm going to do the same. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, but it's not just any Friday. It's Finish Strong Friday here on The Sweet Spot. See you then.